Pennsylvania, California, Utah, Tennessee, Washington, Oregon, Colorado. Year after year, in state after state, the same story. Raw milk, an outbreak. People sickened, some hospitalized, some permanently injured, some dead. The record is clear. These are not hypothetical risks. They are documented events with real victims. Episode 3, Outbreaks, the Real Record. This episode reviews the documented outbreak record and the human cost of these events. Between 1998 and 2018, the CDC documented 202 raw milk outbreaks in the United States. Those outbreaks resulted in 2,645 illnesses and 228 hospitalizations. Raw milk is consumed by approximately 1 to 3% of the U.S. population. Pasteurized milk is consumed by virtually everyone else. For a product consumed by such a small fraction of people to generate this many outbreaks is a striking disproportion. Let's look at specific cases. 1985, California. A state-certified raw milk dairy, one operating legally with official certification, becomes the source of a Salmonella Dublin outbreak. 142 people are sickened. 47 are hospitalized. At least one person dies. Salmonella Dublin is a particularly invasive strain. It enters the bloodstream, not just the gut. This was not an unlicensed backyard operation. It was a certified inspected facility. 2006, Pennsylvania. 8 children become ill with E. coli 0157H7 from raw milk. 2 develop hemolytic uremic syndrome. These are children, some as young as 2 years old, experiencing acute kidney failure. His children face dialysis, prolonged hospital stays, and the possibility of chronic kidney disease for the rest of their lives. They did not choose to drink raw milk. Their parents chose for them. 2011. Multiple states. 20 or more people infected with Campylobacter from raw milk distributed across state lines. Campylobacter is the most common bacterial cause of foodborne diarrheal illness. As we discussed in Episode 2, roughly 1 in 1,000 infections triggers Guillain-Barré syndrome, a potentially paralyzing neurological disorder. Multi-state outbreaks expose the fiction that raw milk risk is confined to local farm communities. 2016, Tennessee and Kentucky. 8 people sickened by listeria from raw milk. The milk was distributed through a small cooperative. 1 person dies. Listeria's 20 to 30% case fatality rate for invasive disease is not a statistic that stays abstract when you're investigating a real death. And 2024, the H5N1 outbreak in U.S. dairy cattle was not just a theoretical concern for raw milk consumers. It was a real documented contamination event. Raw milk from H5N1 positive herds tested positive for the live virus. Farm workers were infected. The FDA confirmed in laboratory studies that standard pasteurization inactivated the virus. Raw milk did not. What does this record tell us? That raw milk outbreaks are not rare. That they are not caused only by irresponsible producers. That they happen on licensed, inspected, well-regarded farms. That they disproportionately harm children. And that the most severe outcomes, kidney failure, paralysis, death, are not edge cases. They are the documented reality. We must look at the data, not the marketing. The risks are real, and they are documented in clinical history. Visit unbedsidemanners.com for more stories and research on the public health record of raw milk. In our next episode, the myths. The health claims made for raw milk that the science simply doesn't support. Unbedside Manners, clinical reality over marketing hype.